So the final quarterfinal in Super Rugby 2018 has seen the Lions take down the Jaguares, 40 points to 23. Tries to Conbrink, Forster, Marks and Kutsia for the Lions, and for the Jaguares it was Delgia Matera. It's another one where it's just in terms of attendance, it's hard to know how well attended it was. The side that the camera faces tends to be in the sun when they play those 3 p.m. games, so I'm imagining more people were sitting on the side where the camera was shooting. But either way, I would imagine we get a better crowd next week with the Waratahs coming to town and it being a semi-final, potentially the last game at Ellis Park for the season. Either way, pretty good game, had a frantic start. It was all Jaguares in terms of possession and territory early on. Putting that Lions defence under the pump, that Lions defence which has had a bit of a question mark about it all season. But I think you'd have to say over the course of this game it was kind of improved. Still, despite all that possession and territory, the Jaguares were only able to take penalties, so they went up to a 6-0 lead, and then it was the Lions. Combrin got his try, Forster got his try, so it was 14 points to 6, and the Lions hadn't had all that much ball. When they were getting a chance, it was just being taken. And yeah, Elton Yanchis was kind of running the show. It's such a weird one. Like, I really like watching him at Super Rugby level because he really pulls the strings, but sometimes at international level he just doesn't quite seem to have it. But he was definitely in a confident mood for this game, and it was showing with his play. He even kicked a drop goal when they had advantage, just like nothing, like nobody's business. He wasn't in the middle of the field, he wasn't perfectly lined up, but he just knocked it over. So yeah, he was in a confident mood. Second half, it was what was the halftime score? 24 points to 9 at halftime. So it was looking pretty comfortable for the Lions. But the second half was also frantic, and it was a quick start from the Jaguares. They did manage to kind of bring that kind of game on moment when they got their 2 tries, Delgia and Matera, and it was 27 points to 23. At that moment, the momentum was all with the Jaguares, and it was really a game-on moment. Like, right, we got a game here. That was after about 50 or 47 minutes. So there was still half an hour to play. Momentum with the Jaguares. Would the Lions' defense hold? End of the story was yes. They ended up running in a couple, another try, drop goal, penalty, and just really pushed that scoreline out, 40 points. Their scrum for the Lions, the maul, wasn't able to get that kind of absolute dominance that we perhaps expected going into this game. The Jaguares obviously worked on some disruption tactics. Obviously they were penalised at times. The Lions had one particularly big scrum, and Marks obviously still got a try. That guy can't keep out of the tries, but for the most part it wasn't that absolute dominance we kind of expected. But likewise, as I said, the Lions' defence was better. In this game they tackled at 87%. And that's what's been missing from the Lions all season, is their ability to just kind of shut teams down. When they can do it, they can still put 40 points on you. It's just they had problems conceding. If they can play like this next week, I don't see any reason why they won't beat the Tars. But obviously the Tars have got a pretty potent attack, which was nullified in their last game that they played. Yeah, it'll be an interesting game. Jaguares' tackling percent was at 75, so definitely a dip from that big streak they had, where they had kind of everything going right. The discipline was good, the attack was good, and the defense was good. But in recent weeks, that defense has just slipped a notch, and it's cost them with 3 losses in a row. So that's the end of the season for the Jaguares. You'd have to say pretty good effort on them for making the finals. The season started really poorly for them, but they came back very well. So hopefully something to build on, more experience for these guys, especially some of the young guys who will hopefully take a lot from this. And for the Lions, man, it's just another home game next week. Well used to this in Johannesburg now, so hopefully we'll get out a few fans to attend that game against the Waratahs. Hey, they could even be hosting a final if they win that one and the Canes can do a job. So that would be an interesting rematch of a couple of years ago. Or if they end up taking a trip to Christchurch, yeah, it'd be a rematch of last year, but change of venue. Still, they've got to do the job over the Tars first. Don't write the Tars off. The Highlanders kind of made that mistake last night. But Yeah, good game. Overall, Jaguares had more possession and territory, but not able to get it done past that Lions defence, and the Lions able to capitalise when they had their chances. They just took the points. What did you guys think of the game? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.